What's up, everyone? Today is day 632 my September journey. So today is September 1st. Pretty crazy. It's kind of cold out, not gonna lie. Like colder than usual. September 1st. It's crazy, man. It is currently like 10:15 at night, so I'm gonna be going to bed in 45 minutes. But for today's video, I want to talk about what I did today, which is kind of like what I do every day, or most videos. So, I did not achieve my reading goal to get to page 1069 on The Way of Kings. I got to like, I think 1034, so I'm like 35 pages short. I'm going to read a little bit more before I go to bed, so that'll be good. But there's no excuse as to why, like, I didn't get there. Like, I should have gotten there. The reason why I didn't, well, I watched YouTube, and I played Minecraft with my sister for like 2 hours, and I went on a bike ride with my friend, or friends, I guess. So, yeah. And when I went on that bike ride, I was like sitting in the parking lot. I was gonna wait for them to come back because they went to Burger King, and then they were gonna go back to the playground. But I was waiting for like 10-15 minutes or whatever, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go home. So I text my friend, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go home. He's like, okay, whatever. But I was in that parking lot. Okay, I open up YouTube, like one does, I guess, I don't know. And I'm just like looking through, and I see this video. It's like, no risk, no story. You know, it's like one of those like motivational videos with like the 3 slot. You know, like it's like there's like one thing here, and then one thing here, and it's like all vertical. So 3 vertical like things, and it's like one of them is like David Goggins running, and then one's like a guy like that, and like kneeling or on the ground like that, whatever, and then another one's like something motivational, like a guy on a track or something. I watched a little bit of it, and I'm like, I'm just listening to the words. You know, I'm just listening to the words. Obviously, I'm getting motivated and stuff. But I'm just like listening to some of the things people are saying. Success is a lonely journey. Everyone thinks you're crazy until it works. You're weird until you're a genius. It's you against you. And these things, these words, these phrases, these sentences, they're powerful. Words are powerful. Very powerful. You know, like the saying where it goes like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Words might not physically hurt you, but they are powerful. Okay? They are very powerful. They can change somebody's life. They can save somebody's life. Okay, if you have a friend or someone that maybe they, I don't know, like want to kill themselves, but, and you know this, you can kind of like think to yourself like, they don't seem to be doing too good. I don't want to, you know, I wouldn't try and like just like say that, like, you know, like, well, okay, I take that back, but like, you know, if you talk to them, just say, hey, you know, I'm here if you need me, man, or whatever. If you ever want to talk, you know, if you just have that like feeling, and even if you don't have that feeling, I mean, like, it's, you know, you say that to, like, I bet the people who actually kill themselves is the person you probably never would have thought it would have been. Like, they seem perfectly happy on the outside, but on the inside, it's like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. And that's the kind of frightening thing. Because it's like, 1 second, you could be, having a great conversation, having a great laugh with your seemingly best friend, but then an hour later, they're dead. Why am I saying this? I don't know, but words are powerful. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Words are powerful. You can save that person if you just talk to them. Maybe they won't. Maybe your words won't save them, but you can try. Might as well try and use your words. Words can inspire people. They can motivate people. Words can teach people. Teachers, they use their words to teach people. Words can do all sorts of wonders. Okay? And I like to say that's where I come in. Because I want to write books, man. I want to write books for a living, okay? It sounds scary when I say that. It sounds scary. It sounds... do you really, though? That's like the voice in the back of my mind. Do you really, though? Is that what you really can do? Do you really think you can do that? Do you really want to do that? Yes. Yes, that's what I want to do. And I almost feel crazy saying that, but yes, I can do it. I can do it. Okay? It won't be easy. It'll take a long time, but I know I can do it. Okay? Because one day I want my words to inspire, to motivate, maybe even to save, maybe even the extent to where I could save somebody. Will that happen? I don't know. It's only up for me to decide if my words and my actions will ever get that much of a reach, that much of an impact on the world. It's only if I dedicate myself and work hard that something like that could happen. Because if I don't dedicate myself, if I don't work hard, then it's definitely not going to happen. 100% not. But if I do, if I wake up every day, I read, I write, I learn, I edit, I get feedback, and if I can do that every day, maybe not write every day, obviously I'm not writing today because I don't have a project, a book that I'm writing yet until September 4th, which is in 3 days now. But if I can just at least give my 100% every day. Did I give my 100% today? Definitely not. Did I give it yesterday? No. Did I do better than yesterday? Even though I didn't achieve my reading goal, I would say today was a bit better because I didn't watch as much YouTube. I did more good habits than bad habits, I would say. Can I still improve? 100%. There's always improvement to be made. You're never gonna be perfect, but why shouldn't I try to be? There's never, your life can't get worse if you try your hardest. If you just keep trying your hardest, think about it. Your life if you give it your all, and your literal all, you can't fail. It's either, there's two outcomes if you truly never give up. If you truly never give up, there's only two outcomes. You win or you die. If you truly never give up, there's only those two outcomes. You win or you die. Either death by natural cause or death by bad luck. Or you win. It's really that simple. If you truly don't give up, though, and you truly give your 100%, you win or you die. So, it's up for me, it's up for you to decide, am I gonna follow my dream? You know, you don't have to be the best in the world. But it's like, why not try? Why not try? You know, I've tried. Have I ever given my 100% on any day, any given day? No. No. Even when I ran a marathon, did I give my 100%? No. Could I have done a little bit faster? Could I have done a little bit more? And even after the marathon, I just watched YouTube all day. Could I have read a book? Could I have written my book? Because I'm pretty sure I was writing my second book at that point. Even when the day I finished my third book, could I have done more? Yeah, I could have. I could have finished the push-ups on that day as well. I could have. I remember earlier that day, before I even I technically started that day procrastinating, and then I also talked to a friend for like an hour, and I was just like watching YouTube and dawdling around. Like, I've never truly given my 100% on any given day, either in these 632 days or before that. I would say even before that, the most I've ever given, if we're including Geometry Dash, I guess, then I would say the most I've ever technically given would be like when I got 750 stars in a day, technically. But that was easy. Come on, I'm playing a video game. That's easy. So I don't really count that. And I was definitely watching YouTube, I bet, and I mean, it's a video game. It's a lot easier if you do. Another thing from the video I was watching, if you do easy things, your life will be hard. If you do hard things, your life will be easy. Think about that. And it doesn't need to be like the same thoughts as everyone else. Like, oh yeah, if I do these hard things, like start a business, cold showers, and go to the gym, like it doesn't have to be like those three things, or talk to women, or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that. Okay, it can be like write a book, run a marathon, or plant a garden, okay, or start a family. I mean, that's pretty in a way it's similar, but like, or it can be like something really niche. Like, I don't know what it could be. Like, think about it in your terms, in your life, like, what do I actually want to achieve in my life? What do I want to do that will help people, And the book that I'm reading, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, there's actually I don't know exactly how the quote goes, but it's like, the achievement isn't as like, the achievement one achieves isn't as what's the word? I don't even know how it goes. Well, I know how it goes, but I'm trying to think of the word. That, like, an achievement a person achieves isn't oh my gosh, this is actually making me annoyed. I'm not trying to just use like the word big or something. That's stupid. I don't know. I'm just gonna like sum it up. But like the achievement a person achieves isn't the thing that really matters, but instead the method in which they use to achieve whatever they achieved. So basically, journey before destination. And it's true. You know, when I was writing my third book, I really wanted to finish it. Really just was like, man, I'm never gonna finish this book. Can I just finish this book? Please, I just want to be done with this. I'm never gonna finish it, but like, can I just finish it, please? I'm never gonna be done, but like, can I just be done? I just want to be done. I've been writing this thing for like, I don't know, whatever time period I said that in, you know. I mean, I said that basically like since day one, almost. You know, I was saying that since like New Year's, and I didn't finish it until August. I was saying that for a very long time. Then I finally finished it, and now it's been like almost 3 weeks, and it's kind of like, wow, I finished it. And you know, at first, you know, I was like, yes, let's go, happy, you know, and you know, let's go, I did it. And then it's like 1 week later, and it's like, oh, I did it. And it's kind of like, man, what do I do now? You know? And it was kind of sad for that second week. And I'm just like thinking, man, this is kind of, you know, sad. And then I got addicted to RuneScape, and then and then I quit. And then I was like, man, yeah, this is kind of sad. It is sad that I'm done. I finished the third book, and you know, I was wishing that, like, I wish I could go back to the times when I was writing my third book. I can like see my breath just barely. That's crazy. You know, I was wishing I could go back to the times where I was writing my third book, or like that last day I finished it, and I was like listening to this new song. Like that last day, like I found this cool song, and I literally put it on repeat. Like I found an hour looped version, and I just had that song on the entire time. So whenever I listen to that song now, I get reminded of when I finished my third book, which is cool. But whenever I listen to the song, I kind of like wish I was back in that moment, you know? I have a lot of, like, I have like a whole playlist where like I have stuff like that, like different songs where like I can just like listen, and I'm like, oh dang, yeah, I remember that time period in my life. Even though, well, it's like a 16-year life, but you know, I could just like think back to like that month or that week-ish period, and I'm just like, yeah. Or just that general, you know, couple month period, or just like season, where I'm like, yeah, man, that was really. And then, you know, after a couple months, and you kind of have like this build-up of songs, then you can go back to the earlier songs, and it's like, man, I kind of wish I could go back to those times. But then you don't really think about it that now, like the present moment, that you're listening to songs that one day, like, you know, 6 months from now, you'll be like, oh, I kind of wish I could go back to this time now. So it's kind of like, just be grateful for now, you know, instead of always wanting to just go forward. You know, sometimes I go on walks, and I'm like, I remember really early into my self-improvement journey, probably like within the first 30 days, honestly, or within the first 100 for sure. I remember I told my brother, and I'm gonna go on a walk, and he's like, why don't you go on a run? And I'm thinking, like, why don't I go on a run? I think I actually did end up going on a run, like a mile run or something, but I know the answer to that question. It's like, why don't, like, I'm gonna go on a walk, why don't you go on a run? Because sometimes you know, you don't always need to go fast, you know. Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You know, you don't always need to go 100 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Okay, well, in this metaphor context, it's not always a bad thing to go to 100 miles an hour. You know, I mean, you know, on the road, I'm not. Okay, on the road, yeah, it's pretty. You know, yeah, don't go 100 miles an hour all the time. But like this metaphor, you know, life metaphor. I'm not saying it's bad to go 100 miles an hour all the time. You know, to just like keep going, keep going. Like, come on, you gotta keep up the grind, keep up the grind, keep going. Come on, you got this. Especially when you're about to finish something. You know, you're at the finish line. You go faster, you go faster, you go faster. Like when you're starting something, you want to build that momentum. You don't want to just like let all your energy loose right out the gate. You know, you want to build it up, ramp it up. You know, it's like running. You know, when you're running, you don't want to just like literally start sprinting off. I mean, if you're running like a 5K, you don't want to just like literally boom, you know, right, or like even at the ending, when you're, you know, you want to get faster. You don't want to just like go from like your slow jogging pace to like boom, you just like start sprinting. Like you don't want to do that. You want to like slowly ramp it up, and then, you know, you like go literally as fast as you can. And those last like, you know, 100, 200 meters, you're like full force, everything you got. And it's like think about it. And you know, when you're first beginning that race, or first beginning that project, or, you know, that book, or that whatever it might be, that project, and you just think to yourself, am I gonna want to like finish this with a little bit of energy left, or no energy, or a lot of energy? Like think about it. If you're like trying to get the best time in a race, okay, you're trying to perform the best you can in a race, you're thinking like, do I want this to be the best race I can? Like, how am I gonna make this the best race possible? And maybe for a book it is a little bit different, because like obviously you don't want to just like rush through the book, like rush through writing the book, but just take it with a grain of salt, with whatever, you know, it is you want to do. At the end, like the finish line, for your best race possible, are you gonna have a lot of energy? Are you gonna have a little energy? Or are you gonna have no energy? You're gonna be puking, you're gonna be dying, you're gonna be on your knees, you know, or on your stomach. You're gonna be like huffing and puffing. It's gonna be hard to breathe, man. You know, you're gonna have like that dry mouth. It's gonna suck. What is it? Or are you gonna be like, oh yeah, that was great, you know, that was really good. You're gonna be like talking, you're not gonna be huffing and puffing. It's kind of obvious, you know. I'd rather go all in than leave a little bit left in the tank and regret not trying to go all in. It's like, I remember hearing a Sam Sulek clip of him saying like, I'd rather go all in, on what planet would you not want to go as freakishly heavy as you could, or something like that, I think it was. Yeah, it's like, you can apply that mindset to anything, literally anything in life. In what world would I not want to become the best I can? And what is my potential? And for like something like writing, it doesn't matter what race, what gender, where you were born, what age you are. I mean, obviously, like sports, that matters. You know, it doesn't like writing. It doesn't matter your height. You know, it doesn't. I mean, maybe you could say like, oh well, it matters because like, you know, you're gonna try to be selling to people. Yeah, okay, whatever. But like, overall, the actual craft itself, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, obviously sports, that's different, or, you know, some things that's a bit different. But like, you know, art, like if you're drawing or writing or painting or playing an instrument, like, it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, what age. It doesn't. So you can be the best in the world at basically whatever it is, as long as you have the determination and the ability to sacrifice things, because sacrifice is a very big thing as well. You know, it's kind of weird because like when you want to pursue something, like, and I've only felt this like a little bit, a couple times, but I'm sure that there will be one day where I feel this at a greater extent, is that like when you're pursuing something that really matters, like you really feel like it matters, you will almost just like want, like you will sacrifice anything to achieve that, in like a good way, not in like a addictive kind of way, like I will do anything to keep playing video games, to keep scrolling, you know, like not like that, but like I will achieve this and nothing will come in my way, you know, in a good way. And it's kind of weird. Like sometimes I'll try and do something else and I'll think like, well, what about my book? Like I remember last year, about a year ago, I said I want to be the best runner in the world, or like long distance runner. But then I'm like, oh, what about my book? And like other people are reminding, or like telling me about my book, and I'm like, huh, yeah, my books, my books, and I'm like thinking like, yeah, they're right, and I wasn't just like, you know, doing what other people wanted me to do. I was also thinking about it myself. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I should return my books, because I was like a year ago, I was actually like saying like, yeah, I don't really think this book thing is for me and whatever, and that's what I was actually saying. And then I started my third book, NaNoWriMo, and I'm so grateful I did that. And now, and February 11th, you know, I'm not gonna get into that actually. That's for another time. This video is almost 30 minutes. I'm gonna have to end here soon. But yeah. After, like, during this third book, writing this third book really has changed my life. There could have been a lot of improvement. Like, for, like, May and June, I barely wrote a single word. Okay, I wrote maybe, like, 10,000 words between those 2 months together. I barely wrote anything during those 2 months, May and June of this year. So there's a lot of improvements that I could have made, for sure. Like, I did not try my hardest every single day, but I didn't give up. Okay, I didn't give up, and I think that's better than not trying your hardest every day. Because I mean, think about it. If you give up, you know, and it's like having that thing, whatever thing it is in your life that like I just can't give up on this book, on these books. Like, if I just give up, I just feel like I'm wasting my life. I just, like, sure, I'm weird because it's weird saying that because I'm 16, whatever. It just feels like I am wasting my life. Like, I could be doing something better with my time if I'm not, you know, reading or writing. If, you know, if I'm just trying to, like, focus solely on something else. But when I'm, like, writing or reading, I just feel like, yes, this is exactly what I should be doing. But when I'm doing something, maybe if it's even a good habit, like hanging out with friends sometimes, I just feel like, man, you know what, I could be like writing or reading. That's what I was doing today. I was at the park with my friends, and I'm like, man, I could be reading right now, you know? But I'm not, because I'm here at the park. I would say like going to the gym. I don't really think about like, oh yeah, you know, I could be reading right now. Like, obviously the gym, that's good still, you know. These dumb moths, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's been a 30-minute video, so I think that's pretty good for today. I want to talk a bit more about my plans for like how I want this YouTube channel to be more, because I want to grow an audience. Okay, I want to grow an audience for that, so that for one day, or like one day in the future, like within a year, or by the end of like 2025. So basically over a year from now, by the end of 2025, I want to be at like 10,000 subscribers. I just made that goal just a couple days ago, and it's actually starting to like come into my mind. I'm like, yeah, I do want to do that, and this is for like building my brand or building my name, like getting my name out there a little bit, you know, for my books, so that one day when I want to publish, at least I'll have some people that hopefully are willing to just read the book right when it will get published, so then it at least has some reviews and stuff like that. So I'll talk a bit more about my plans tomorrow. But other than that, tomorrow I'm basically gonna read all day is my plan. I'm gonna go to the YMCA for a little bit and do a push day, but that's about it. So yeah, 31-minute video. I hope you guys have a great day. That is it for day 632 of my 7-proof journey. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to follow your dreams. Bye.